Gotta get into my Zen moments. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are sexy. All right, we could do this, guys. So welcome to the show. This is Eric Nam, your host for K-Pop Daebak. We have a very special show today because we have a good, I won't say a new friend here with us today. We're going to go ahead and introduce him. It is BM, Big Matthew of KARD. What's up, man?
Thank you for having me, bro.
Thank you for coming. How are you, dude?
I'm good. I'm actually really, really good right now.
Yeah?
We just got back from touring, so like
You're on
my
high.
energy is like super up there.
Yeah.
Like,
When did you guys get back?
It's been I think a week and a half now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many cities?
12.
Sheesh.
Not too many this time, but we were out for a little bit.
Yeah.
We were out for like 27 days, almost a full month.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was really exciting. Got to stop by home. That was
Okay,
awesome.
you saw family?
Yup.
Nice.
Eat some good mom's food.
Cooking?
Yup.
What's your mom's favorite dish?
Oh man, she made LA Garbi this time. But the LA Garbi in LA is a little bit different. Yeah.
It's different. Well, welcome back to Korea. Welcome back. I'm glad to hear you had a great tour. We're gonna talk a little bit about you.
Let's do it.
And your group and your career and everything about it. So before we get into the details of the tour and everything, we're gonna get to know you just a little bit better. Your full name is Matthew Kim. Correct? Do you have a middle name? Do you have a Korean name?
I have two Korean names.
You have two Korean names?
Yeah.
Explain this.
So my legal Korean name is Jinseok.
Jinseok, okay.
And on paper it's Jinseok. Like that's how I was born.
Right.
But after a year later, my grandma was like, I don't like that name. Let's start calling him Ujin. So everyone knows me by Ujin, like my family.
Right.
But on paper I'm Jinseok. So I have two identities.
All right. What do you prefer?
Ujin?
Ujin?
Yeah,
Ujin? Okay,
yeah.
Kim Ujin, Matthew, Kim.
Yes, sir.
Your nickname is Big Matthew, hence your stage name is BM. And if you guys haven't seen Matt in real life, he's big.
6'2", 84 kilos. I don't know how many pounds that is. I think it's like 185 or something, but...
Are you Hercules?
I got size on me. I got a little size on me.
Are you a Greek god? What's going on? What happened? What did you eat that I didn't eat? In LA?
Bro, I used to be like this way big.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to be really, really chunky when I was
horizontally bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was really big, and I guess it kind of just, as it shrunk horizontally,
you went up
vertically. Yeah.
See, that's what my parents told me would happen to me. It just never happened.
You were chubby when you were younger?
I was definitely chubby. I'm
Really?
still a little chubby. It's well hidden.
What?
It's very well. There's a reason I wear like sweaters that cover up my belly constantly, but
Gotta hit the gym, bro.
nah, I'm a pass. I'm gonna pass on that. So BM, you're born and raised in LA. For people who don't know, like Matt and I, BM and I, we first like had a conversation maybe a few months ago.
Right.
We had seen each other around at like social gatherings.
We did.
Like once or twice.
We turned up together one time.
And we were just like, hi, nice to meet you. And then I was like, you look like my cousin. And then you're like, people say I look like you.
Yeah,
and
no.
That's it.
Fun. I wanted to say this on this podcast. I want to say it
What?
because it's super funny. So when I was a trainee,
Yeah.
I don't know if like I look like you, but I think people say, because I used to smile a lot, right? Back in the day when I first came to Korea, people were telling me like, okay, if you go to Korea and you don't listen to the people, they'll straight up smack you. So I was like, I would walk around just like, nah, don't smack me,
smiling.
please.
Yeah.
And people would always tell me like, hey, you have a good insang. You kind of look like Eric Nam. I'd be like, yeah, tight. So back in the day, I'm not gonna tell you what it's for, but you know how like when you have a password for something, you have the second security question?
Yeah.
So one of the questions is, what celebrity do you most resemble? And you're actually...
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I put Eric Nam every time.
I'm so honored.
Oh, yeah, me too.
To be your second security password.
Me too.
Man, I want like a meme or something that says Eric Nam. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they should just put a picture of you like
side by side
in the password thing.
All right. That's funny. Well, then we met and then we're talking and then we find out we have so many more things in common. Like you were the oldest of 3 brothers. I'm also the oldest of 3 brothers, right? Yeah. And then it got weirder.
It got crazy weird, bro.
Because we're like, wait, what's your second brother's name?
Austin.
Yeah. And my second brother's Eddie. And we're like, wait, they look alike.
They look
alike. It's so weird. It's the most bizarre thing ever.
It's crazy. Yeah. You guys should put up a picture.
It's so weird. Like I was DMing you like yesterday, and I was like, oh wait, is that Eddie? It's like, no, that's his brother.
I don't know, bro. Maybe someone like way up there in the Nam family,
maybe
and like
somehow.
Somehow, maybe, I don't know, because our brothers look exactly.
They look exactly alike. And then the other thing is, I told you when we first met, I was like, you look just like my cousin, and I showed you a picture of him. It's just he has like a bigger face than you do, but it's generally similar vibes.
Did I show you a picture of my cousin after you showed me a picture of your cousin?
I don't know if you
because your cousin looks like my cousin.
Wait, do we have the same cousin?
I don't know, bro. My cousin's name's Andre though.
Mine's Charles.
Okay, then they're probably different.
No, all right, that's so funny. But okay, you moved out to Korea when?
I've been here for came here in 2011, late 2011, so almost 8-9 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that was the other thing. We came here at the same time. Now I'm having like flashbacks because I came here in 2011 too, September 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you also did a audition program as well too.
And you did K-pop star?
I did.
See this crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
A lot of parallels.
Some crazy
we are
things
in
going on.
A weird spider alternate universe.
Does that mean I'm gonna be successful like you?
You are successful. What are you talking about? Does that mean I'm gonna be 6'2", jacked and handsome?
No.
Damn it!
I think that all came to me, bro. I'm sorry.
God, it's okay. I'm good with it. So before you moved here, you were in college, right? You didn't graduate?
No.
You were not able, but you were studying psychology?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What made you want to do psychology?
So like when I got into college, to be completely honest with you, I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Right.
But I had like this I had a big like older friend who was studying psychology, and he wanted to get into counseling younger children, like who are having either mental problems or like drug related problems and whatnot. So I was like, that's really interesting. So that was kind of like the route I was trying to go for, just being a counselor and just kind of like help someone live their life a little bit easier, take a little stress off their hands. But yeah, that was the main goal, honestly. That and being a choreographer.
Okay.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to juggle those two.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. But, things happen.
Yeah, how did you end up coming out to Korea? What was that process like for you?
So it was a crazy story. My mom actually signed me up for K-pop star.
So your mom signed you up for K-pop star?
Did your mom sign you up?
Hell no.
You signed yourself up?
I just put up videos on YouTube, and they found me on YouTube. It was like, yo, come to Korea.
Oh, wow.
But like my mom was a mom that was like, oh, you made it on the program. Good, because now you're going to know how much you suck compared to Korean people.
Damn.
And you're going to move back to the States. I love her to death. She loves me, but she's a very brutally honest woman.
Maybe that's the reason for your success right now. Because this industry is rough, man.
It's cutthroat.
It
as
is.
I'm sure you very well know. Very different from my mom, your mom, signing you up for K-pop star.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell me about this.
So, my mom was more like, when I was in college, honestly, I wasn't coming home a lot. I wasn't coming home a lot. I was like sleeping at my friends' houses, at my choreography, my dance teammates' houses, and I wasn't coming home a lot. So my mom was like, "What are you doing out there?"
Yeah.
Like she thought I was kind of getting into trouble and whatnot. Yeah. And it's crazy. Like, I want to shout out my mom one time. She actually got me through a lot of stuff. She helped me with my college admissions. Yeah, she thought I was getting into a lot of trouble because she knew the crowd I was hanging out with in high school. So she was like, okay, he's definitely getting into trouble. So, and practices, like, most of my time was spent with my dance teammates. Like, I was practicing 3 days a week from 8 p.m. to almost 6 a.m.
Dang.
And yeah, it was.
This is in college or in high school?
College.
Okay.
College. So she was like, you where are you? You're either coming home 7 a.m. or the next day at night.
Right.
So I had to explain to her, I'm pursuing choreography while doing school. it was kind of like, realistically, psychology would have been the main thing, and this probably would have been my hobby.
Right.
But everything in my head was like, I had to do everything in my power to make it the opposite. Make choreography first.
Right.
And make this a backup plan.
Right.
So, yeah, that's what I was doing. And my mom didn't understand until I brought her to one of our competitions.
Oh, okay.
So she was one in almost 5,000 people in a crowd that was watching the competition. And then my team got up on stage. And then that was the first time my choreography was a part of the set.
Okay.
So I had this one part. Do you remember like a long time ago when this was like this look, I forget what they call it. Yeah, the Bernie. There you go. Yeah, the Bernie. That was like the wow part in my choreography. So we're like da 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 da. Hey, the whole crowd was just like, oh my god, they just hit the Bernie. Oh my god, that big Asian guy. Oh my god. And my mom was just in the crowd part like, what?
Uh-huh.
So she figured out, okay, he has been spending hours,
Focusing,
dancing and pursuing what he loves to do. So she came to me one day and she was like, hey, why don't you try doing it on a bigger scale?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna send you to Korea, do this audition, and let's see where it goes from there.
Wow.
I was like, I can't speak a lick of Korean. I've never listened to K-pop before.
Right.
So I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. But she was like, just do it for me. Just do it one time for me. So I was like, man, I really don't want to do this. So day of the audition, it was at Cerritos in LA, in Cali. The morning of, 5 minutes before I leave, I was trying to convince my mom to not let me go. And she was like, nope, you're going. I was like, damn. So I put in a CD, popped the CD into my laptop, put a couple songs in. And then boom, went to the auditions. And I guess I did well. I guess I stuck out because they gave me a free ticket to Korea. I was like, what? Like, this is like a $3,000 ticket. Tight. And then, one thing led to another. Even though I couldn't speak Korean at all, I somehow, by some divine miracle, I kept passing each round until top 50.
Uh-huh.
And then, I got to shout out Boa Sambenim one time. She actually kept saving me.
Oh, really?
I was supposed to get dropped, but she kept saving me. Like, the other judges were like, there's no way you have any chance of doing anything successful in this industry. You too late for that. You too old.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in their head, like, he doesn't have the image for it.
Right.
But, prove you wrong.
So this was season 1?
Season 1, the very first one, with Jay.
Right, with Jay.
Yeah.
So did you guys know each other from then?
Yeah.
Okay, so were you guys friends from there, or you just kind of like knew of each other? Because like not everybody becomes friends when you're doing these shows.
No, we became really close.
Okay, that's cool.
Like, we had these little cliques inside, like the foreigner.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, we did too.
Right.
Like half of our top 10 or top 12 was international.
Oh, wow.
We had 2 people from London. We had a girl from LA. We had a guy from India. No, 2 girls from LA.
Dang.
We had me. So it was like very international.
Wow,
so
wow.
I know completely what
you guys clicked up pretty well, probably, huh?
But like we tried to like, we were comfortable talking to the Korean kids as well. But we obviously felt most comfortable just in English.
True. It's inevitable.
It's inevitable because I can't express myself.
Right.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Right.
So, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like that too. I get my words mixed up a lot, and like it's hard to like completely get your point across in Korean. I know exactly what you mean, but me and Jay and there was a couple other guys. We were pretty clicked up. We were pretty like chill with each other. So since then, it's like, the turning point in our lives. We're at the same time at the same place. So yeah, we're pretty close.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't see him too often, but every time we do see each other, it's always the same. So
cool. I'm a little curious about your parents and what growing up was like for you. You grew up in LA. Do you have any? I mean, you have 2 younger brothers. What did your parents do? In LA? Clothing. Okay.
They did clothing. Still currently doing clothing.
Right.
Another thing, I dropped my own brand.
Right. Congratulations.
Stadium
awesome.
Apparel. Yeah, I got your. I brought a little something for you too as well.
Yes, thank you.
So they've been doing clothing for around, I think, over 20 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If I want to flex one time, They actually did clothing for Forever 21 when Forever 21 started popping off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they have a lot of experience in clothing.
Okay.
And hopefully, since our oldest son is doing entertainment now and has a little fan base, hopefully it helps a little bit with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stadium Apparel. If you haven't copped it, cop it now.
Yeah, go check it out. What is there like a website or is it Instagram or where's the best?
Instagram at STAYDIUMLA.
All right, Stadium LA, guys, check it out. So what was life growing up for you in LA like? I mean, you talked a little bit about it. Like in high school, you probably weren't with like the most clean cut kids or whatever. But what was your childhood like? You and your brothers and
man, I wasn't really tight with my little brothers when I was younger. We used to fight a lot, like three guys in the same.
It can be tough. Yeah,
it's tough. It's tough. My mom went through a lot because of that. From what I remember, a lot of what made me, like, what really stuck to my personality was most of high school.
Okay.
So my high school years was pretty interesting. I didn't have too many Korean friends. I just had one Korean friend, and me and him were like pretty like we were in a very multi-ethnic group.
Yeah.
So, we didn't know anything about Korea or Korean. But I hung out with a lot of people who were very good to me. Like when you're young and you're from LA, the cool thing to do is to try to be like, oh, you're part of like a gang or something, or you're part of a crew.
Or a clique or whatever, yeah.
Exactly. And like, you don't want to look weak. You want to look hard. Everyone's just trying to look hard. So, in order to give that persona off, you have to act and look a certain way. But it's all kid stuff, So when you're young, you make mistakes and whatnot. Like I've talked to some of them recently. They're all doing well. They all have their big boy jobs now. It was just a phase, you know what I mean? Yeah, I was always kind of like the dude who was like, chill, like it's all good,
helping
like,
them out.
Yeah, it's all good, just boom, be a man, stop being a weenie about it. And then just kind of like catering to them a little bit. But
well, let me ask you this. I mean, I think for me, that's it's an incredibly different background from myself, right?
Right.
So there was this big identity issue for me.
Wow.
Right. And so for me, it was always like, I don't know how I'm supposed to act, how I'm supposed to dress. And you go to church, and there was always like a defined split between. I mean, everybody was friends, but in terms of fashion or mannerisms or the way they behaved, it'd be one group is like there's like the study hard. All that crew. And then there's like the more rough around the edges, that crew. Was there ever a moment for you where it's like, I am more in line or this feels better to me and this is what I want to do? Or like, I don't know. For me, I'm just like genuinely curious because I think for Asian Americans, it's always been a very interesting talking point because I have no idea if it's like a decision sometimes or if it's just the surroundings. So I was just curious on that.
I think for me, more than like, what clique did I fit in with? It was more like I knew where I was and like I loved who I was with.
Yeah.
But one thing I did definitely have a problem with as far as identity is racial.
Right.
Like I went to a school that had 4,000 kids and there was like if you check the yearbook and you look at the Kim section, there's like 2-3 kids there.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, like really little. Like 2 Kims, maybe 1 Park. Yeah, really, really little Asian-based. It's very, very scarce. You know what I mean? So when we were going to school, my freshman and my sophomore year was full of a lot of racial slurs. You know what I mean? So I had to like, deal with that in certain ways. But I think one thing that really, really helped me is I started dancing in high school.
Yeah.
So after our first rally performance, like did you have rallies and whatnot at your school?
Like
in
homecoming
gyms?
rallies? And
Yeah. So at the rallies, like in the basketball gym, everyone's there, freshman, sophomore, senior, everyone's there, and we performed there. And then, just like how I wowed my mom, I wowed everyone at my school. So from that point on, I was no longer that Asian guy, but I was that Asian guy. You know what I mean?
Dope ass Asian guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of a sudden, like, I had all the cute cheerleaders around me and whatnot, and like that kind of started to make but that wasn't like they didn't like me for that. I was still kind of chunky back then. I was just kind of like the cute like Asian big teddy bear dancer guy that they just wanted to be around. Yeah. As a friend. Right. But when other guys see that, it's like, oh man, oh my gosh, he got all these girls around him. So like that made kind of just everyone just kind of open up to me a little bit and not see like an Asian guy that they could just throw racial slurs at. Right, you know what I mean? So dancing saved me in a lot of different aspects.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's what it sounds like. That's amazing. That dance really took you from, you know, racial tough times and identity things to, I guess, here to Korea.
It did.
And we're having a conversation. So that's amazing. So I guess clearly your parents were probably supportive of you doing this kind of thing in Korea, doing something that you were excited about, you know, pursuing it. So you get to the top 50 of K-pop star, and then what happens?
So funny story, man. While I was doing K-pop star, I saw an audition. I had an audition 3 times in Korea. All 3 times, I forgot my lyrics on stage. Oh. That's why I was dropped and Bullet kept saving me. And then the last one, the 4th audition, is when everything was okay. I didn't forget my Korean lyrics and everything was just tip top and like the performance was fun. But that's when they dropped me. But like back then I was like, oh man, that's so messed up. Why would they drop me now? You know, I just got it. But now that I look back, if I had messed up the round after that, that would have been just a downfall completely from my image. So I think like my life is full of a lot of luck. I feel like my surroundings has always been so good to me, like, you know what I mean, like so on my side. Like I've never had any time where like in a very critical moment in my life have someone who tried to like cut me down. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, every time it's just I just feel like super lucky now that I look back on it again.
So you're off the show and then you go directly to DSP, or?
Oh yeah, the writers, she actually
introduced you guys,
linked me up to them. Okay. So into DSP, became a trained for 5 years, boom.
Man, was that tough, 5 years training?
Oh man, yeah, it was pretty tough. I could say now that it's tough, like I think at the time I wasn't really thinking about it too much. Right. But the first 2 years, learning the language was tough. And then the year after that, learning the culture. Right. And then from then on, waiting to debut was the worst part of my life. Cause man, like
that's tough, dude.
I was 25, working a side job as an English teacher. Yeah. As a private English teacher, wondering when I'm gonna debut and if I'm gonna debut. And, you know, on the side, my parents are like, hey, you did enough. Why don't you come back and you know, get into psychology again? I'm like, I don't think I'm psychologically there to study psychology. Right. You know what I mean?
Especially like, after training for that long.
Yeah. I would have been devastated, bro. And like, you know, before you leave home, I kept telling him, hey, I got you on a Rolex, I got you on a gold chain, I got you on all this bling. Wait till I get rich, bro. I'm about to make a gang of money and come back and I got all of you. Okay, we're gonna break bread. I was so excited. But reality hit. You don't get to. It doesn't come that easy. You know?
No, hell no. It does not come that easy.
No, so you know, I got lucky again. The last couple years, the last couple months of my trainee days, is actually when it hit the hardest, because I was in a relationship, and like and that didn't happen too. So like everything came crashing, but like. The only place I had to blame was it's because I haven't debuted yet. Just in my head, you know. She broke up with me because I can't, you know, supply anything. I got no money in my pockets. Right. What am I gonna do when we go on dates? My parents telling me to come back. You know, all this stuff going through my head everything was because I haven't debuted as an artist yet. Right. So I went to my CEO. I was like, hey, can I leave? I straight up asked her. I was like, hey, can I leave and can I pay back? You know, for the training fees and whatnot, because you can't get out of a company that easily. You know, I was like, please let me leave. You know, I'm gonna work a side job while staying in Korea while trying to do music, and you know, I'll pay it back little by little. Just if you could terminate the contract for me, that would be a lot of help. And then a couple months after that, she was like, just give me a little bit of time. Give me a little bit of time, and then boom, she put me in a group, and we debuted as KARD. Yeah, it was crazy.
What was debuting like for you? Do you remember that day? You remember that date? I'm sure you remember your first stage.
Yep.
I'm sure you remember the song and like everything. Like the debut is a very important day.
December 19, 2016. Yeah. That was yeah, I cried after our first showcase stage.
Yeah.
Like it was in a really small like little club in Hongdae. But after I was like, ooh, man.
Oh.
Okay. Oh. It's a start, but it's the start I've been waiting for, you know? So
oh man.
So it was good. You know, at the time I would look at my members and be like, hey man, this is the real turning point in our lives. This is where like we really start writing our legacy, you know?
Right.
So I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget it. It was awesome. I finally made it, and I'm finally closer to being able to buy all my friends Rolexes and gold chains and all that. I'm still not there yet, but I'm on my way.
We'll get there. We're
getting there.
So let's talk about it. So you debut. You guys have been putting out, you know, a few EPs, singles here and there. I think one thing that a lot of people know is that you guys have a lot of popularity outside of Korea, particularly in like Latin America, States. What has that been like?
In my head, bro, it's honestly truly been like the biggest blessing ever, because I'm kind of like, it would be good to be well known in home ground, you know what I mean? Like in Korea.
Yeah.
But that's something we're working on as well right now. But being able to be recognized by people at a place where I'm comfortable in, that's a different feeling.
That's awesome, right?
You know what I mean? Like when we did tours, our first time in the States, it was mind blowing. You see 2,000 people in the crowd. They all know who you are, but it's your first time seeing them. But they love you, and in English,
right?
I understand you. We understand each other. Like that feeling was incredible. Yeah, I'll never forget the first time we toured. And the second time with our recent tour, like it was insane. It really makes you feel alive. You know what I mean?
Do you have a particular show or country or city that just like sticks out in your head, like that tops all of them?
Man, Chile.
Chile.
Okay. Chile is crazy. So we did a show there at a 3-story auditorium, I think. It was a 3-story venue. And towards the end of the show, all of a sudden, from the 3rd floor, there's just a waterfall of balloons.
Oh.
I was like, what? I like the choreography, I think I was turned around before right before they started doing that. Right when I turned around, it's all just like raining down on the 1st floor people. I was like, what? And the 1st floor people are just like popping them up. So it's just balloons everywhere while the waterfall of balloons is behind them. And like that was like a moment where I was like, who gets to see this?
Yeah.
You know?
Who gets to see this and do this?
Yeah. Who you know, it was for us. And that was a moment where I was it's just in my head like, let's not take this for granted ever, you know? And yeah, that was definitely another turning point where it made everything worth it. You know what I mean? Like all the training days, going through all that bull, it definitely made it worth it.
Oh, that's amazing. And congrats on all the success that you guys have been having. You know, I remember last time we spoke, you were talking about the new album and the new song, and like you guys were trying to get the song and the sound right. Was this your first time that you produced and wrote the title?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was really difficult.
I remember you told me it was. You were like, I wrote so many songs.
I did, but I'm in a stage right now where, as a producer, I haven't been doing it long enough to be like, why don't they like it? Right. You know, I can understand, but The fact that they did use it though, like my label and my members, I'm forever thankful for that because it was a really good start as a producer. It was a really good start. It was a great debut. So yeah, I kind of set the standards a little bit high for myself. So
it's okay. Yeah, it's a good baseline.
It is. It really is.
Have you seen the royalties come in yet?
No.
Okay.
They come in 6 months after the release.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to see.
I'm gonna go stream it, and then you're gonna buy me a steak dinner.
Stream it. Yeah, just go like a couple nights with just leaving it on repeat.
I'll definitely do that.
Then I got you on a steak.
Okay.
If a lot comes in and we become more tight, maybe I'll get you on one of these too.
Oh yes! I get a gold chain and a Rolex. Damn.
From the swap meet.
Before we get into some lighter stuff, I guess, like, what do you hope to achieve, or like, where do you want to see yourself as a performer, musician, choreographer? Do you have like an end goal, a dream, anything like that?
No, not really. Like, I don't think. I think right now I'm in a place and time in my life where this is just so good, and I'm not gonna stop working. You know, I'm gonna continue to grind. I'm gonna continue because music producing will always be something that I'll always try to get better at.
Right.
And you know, try to achieve more through. But as far as right now, like, I'm not trying to be. I'm trying to like kill my greed as far as like. I need more of this and more of that. Like being able to do shows in front of this many people right now at this age, I think is a huge blessing. And I'm trying to kind of be in the moment right now, because the first couple years I wasn't able to live in the moment. My head was just either too much in the future,
right,
too much somewhere else, or in the past. You know what I mean? I wasn't able to be like, I'm here right now debuting. So right now I'm loving life, bro. Yeah. I'm just enjoying life right now.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm grinding.
That's a very, I guess, a healthy way to think about it.
It is.
So yeah, congrats. And you know, there are so many people around the world who are excited to hear more stuff from you, and KARD. And but let's talk a little bit more about some lighter stuff. It has been brought to my attention that you are the leader of the Big Titty Committee.
Gang.
Please explain what the Big Titty Committee is.
It's an exclusive gang.
Okay.
Bro, it's exclusive. So I did a V Live one time, and they were and then a fan asked me on V Live, where do you like to work out the most? And I was just like, either my back or my chest, because a man's got to keep his titties big. I just said it like without any thought, you know, like, you know, you gotta have a nice set of titties for, even though you know you're a man, just keep your man titties, your
man pecs
big. Okay. You know, the next day I wake up, Twitter is blowing up. Big man titty gang, big man titty committee. He's the titty guy. People know me more for that than they do for BM from KARD. I don't know how that blew up. I have no idea.
You were just a meme, dude.
I'm a meme god right now.
You're a meme guy.
And like, it's crazy because not only are fans going crazy, but there are other artists saying, "Oh yeah, titty." The titty movement is in motion
alive.
Right now.
It's real and alive.
It's crazy.
Who else is part of this committee?
There's a lot. One guy, if I'm the president, I want to say he might be the secretary. Hong-seok from Pentagon. You gotta look at his titties, bro. He got big titties right now. He got real big titties right now. Yeah, man titties.
Okay.
Hey, if you want to be part of the gang, bro, I got you on some workouts.
Dude, I'm just trying to stay alive. That's my goal.
They'll help you stay alive.
Okay. So there's you, there's Hong-seok. Give us 2 more members of this committee. Do you guys work out together?
Oh yeah, we do.
Okay, all right.
We do. Let me see. Mingyu from 17. He got a nice pair.
Dan, you okay?
This is just bad timing.
All right.
You're good. Have you seen them? Is that why you're calling?
I don't know who these people are.
Okay, well, check out their titties if you have the time. They're nice.
Okay. Mingyu, Hong-seok, you.
I forget his name. Oh my god, I don't know why I went blank for a second. From New East. He was also on Men's Health.
Is it Peko?
Becko, he got a. Ooh, yeah, he good. He's good.
So do you guys like meet up and be like, "Yo, you guys some nice chestables going on today"? Or, like, what's going on?
I just admire them from far away. I'm just like,
okay.
I gotta work on mine a little bit too. Okay. Gotta hit some bench presses.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very exclusive. Who do you hang out with in general, like in your downtime or whatever?
I hang out with my friend Drew. He's from the States as well. He's been out here. Ashley from Ladies Code. Yeah. Sammy from The Rose.
Okay.
Besides that, really, yeah, not too many people. I mean, like, I have people I'm close to, but they're busy doing their own thing.
Schedules are hard.
Yeah, schedules are hard.
Schedules are hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, congratulations on becoming president of that amazing committee.
Thanks.
Which family member of yours would potentially also make a great rapper or singer?
My younger brother, Austin.
Yeah?
The one who looks like Eddie. He is actually a great singer.
Really?
A sexy singer. He's good at R&B. He's got a couple songs on online on YouTube too.
Oh, word?
They're actually really good.
All right. What do they got to search? What do the people's got to search? Austin?
ASTNKIM.
Okay. ASTNKIM.
Yeah, KIM. Yeah.
All right. I heard you have some tattoos, right?
I have a couple.
You got a couple. Anything of like particular meaning for you, or just kind of like?
No, I love them. I love my tattoos. So, this on this side, I have LA 92, which is the place and where I was born. Mm-hmm. The start of BM's legacy completely. Yeah. So, I had to get that one time. It's actually I got this. It's kind of it could be kind of weird, but I got it as a couple tattoo with my best friend, with Drew. Cool. Yeah, so he has LA 92 back here because he was also born in 92 in LA. So we got that together as our first tattoos. And then on the side here, I have "Without struggle, there is no progress" by Frederick Douglass. Right. It's a quote by Frederick Douglass. I've been living by that quote since college. Mm-hmm. So, and that has gotten me through a lot of bad times. And on my back, I have the winged lion. Back in the day in cathedrals, they used to have winged lions like on the corner or just like statues of it on the churches,
like on the roofs.
Yeah. And like it would be like the protector. It would symbolize God protecting the church, and like I just wanted to get that, so I know God got my back.
So we have some lightning round questions.
Lightning round questions.
Yes. Are you ready?
Sounds intimidating.
You should be very scared.
Okay, shoot me.
Who makes you laugh the most?
In my company or just in my life?
Anyone in your life.
Probably Drew.
Drew?
Yeah.
I gotta meet this Drew guy.
He's a funny guy.
What song makes you cry every time?
Ihai, what's this song?
Hansum.
Yeah, Hansum. That one makes me cry. Yeah, that one makes me cry every time.
Okay. Best movie theater snack?
Popcorn for sure.
Popcorn, what flavor?
Shoot, just a regular.
Just a regular?
Yeah,
you don't like that onion cheese, cream cheese thing they do here?
I used to, but then like every time I eat it, my fingers smell. So like, they smell throughout the whole movie. So it's like after I'm done with the popcorn, like I'll just be like, oh shit. Oh yeah.
Coffee or beer?
That's a hard one.
Ooh.
Beer.
Yeah. What kind? You have a particular one?
I like Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. Okay.
BM.
First K-pop artist or group you ever stand?
J Park. Easy. Can I tell this story?
Please do.
So after K-pop star, after I got dropped, I'll make it short.
Yeah,
after I got dropped, I went to this concert that one of the Nunas that helped me on the show brought me to. And then even while I was on K-pop star, it wasn't a dream for me to be a K-pop star. You know what I mean? But I went to this concert, the end of the year concert. Far East Movement was there. I was like, oh, yo, that's tight. And after that, J Park got on stage and he did his thing. I was like, dude, that looks cool. Like he looks cool doing exactly what he's doing on stage. I want to be that guy, So, and then from that point on, that's when like I told myself like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
I want to stand on stage exactly like him, make all these girls go just like him. So, yeah, shout out J Park. He, big boss.
He's pioneer, dude.
He's doing everything I want to do, like, just way like light years ahead. Like that's such a good.
He's a pioneer.
Yeah.
Have you met him?
One time.
Did you say anything to him? What was that encounter like?
I saw him. He had a big Cuban on. I was like, woo, that looks expensive. Should I say what's up or should I? And then like my friend was like, you want to go say what's up? I was like, yeah. And she brought me over. I was like, hey, what's up, bro? He was like, what's up, bro? Boom. I was like, you're my biggest inspiration, man. Thank you. Can I get a picture? Yeah. Boom. Fanboy moment, bro. Oh my God. That was, yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, you're gonna get there. I'm not worried about you, bro.
Soon.
What scares you the most?
Besides just complete and utter silence, disappointing. Being a disappointment to someone that truly cares about me. Yeah, that's a big fear. 'Cause losing someone's trust, I think, is one of the biggest mistakes, or like the worst feelings you could ever have.
You know you messed up.
Yeah, you have nothing to say. You ever have those moments, bro? You're just like, sorry, you know.
Right.
That's the worst.
Right.
Yeah.
Last person you texted yesterday.
I think it was a group chat from my members.
Cool. Person you'd marry right now if they asked.
I'm deciding between Danny Lay or Kiana Lede or Becky G. Those. She cute though.
Yo, shout out. Send a shout out to Becky G real quick.
I love you. I know you did a hit song with J-Hope one time, but when I'm on that level, we're gonna do one together too. You don't know me? I'm BM from KARD, and I love you.
Thanks, Becky G. All right. Your fans are blank.
Blessings.
And K-pop Daebak, this podcast, is blank.
Turn up. You
should do a podcast.
Should I?
Yeah.
I don't know how. Can you teach me?
And we can teach you.
Tight. Okay.
You should do one.
What? How should I do it?
I don't know.
We'll get into that. I actually am kind of interested.
You should do one on like fitness.
Oh,
health.
There's ones like that?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
I got the name for it already. Big Titty Committee podcast. That would be.
Wait. I didn't forget. How often do you work out every day?
I try to.
Dang.
Yeah, at least 5 times a week.
Oh my gosh. How long are your workouts?
Nowadays they're kind of long because I add an hour of cardio before I hit the weights. So about 2 hours and a half. Yeah. It's fun though.
Diane and I are just looking at each other like you remember you said you don't want to disappoint nobody? Mm-hmm. Disappointing ourselves. All right. And I mean, what's up next for you and the team?
The team, we're working on an album now.
Okay.
We're gonna come back with an album. We put out 2 singles recently. The album's next. Trying to put as much as we can on there with as much diversity as we can. And me individually just keep working on my producing and keep my man titties big.
All right.
That's pretty much it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today on the show. We appreciate you making time to come and join us here. If you want to go ahead and give a message to everybody listening, to your fans, or whatever you'd like to say.
Man, thank you always and forever for tuning in, for just being a part of my life as an artist. I hope you stick around because, it's only going to go upwards from here. And if you're having trouble with insomnia, live in the now.
Yes. Boom. Live in the now, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of K-pop Daebak with BM from KARD. Please be sure to check out our social channels at Daebak Show and on YouTube, Dive Studios, where we have explicit videos of BM showing off his man titties and sending videos to Becky G. Love videos, we mean. Love letters.
Did you say explicit or exclusive?
Explicit.
Okay.
Because he was kind of just like filling up his own chest.
I was.
There's no clothes being taken off, but yeah, it's PG. Everything's PG. But yeah, please do that. And if you guys are listening on Apple Podcasts, please go ahead, leave us a review, 5-star and a rating, and subscribe to whatever platform.
5 stars.
5
Nothing
stars.
less.
And if you guys have people that you want on the show, go ahead and send them our way. Let them know, and we'll try to reach out and get them on the show. Last up, as we say goodbye, PM, if you could please improvise an outro jingle for us.
An outro jingle?
Yeah, a little outro song for the show.
You have now watched the Daebak show. Tune in next week.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Peace out.
Hey, guys. Did you guys like that video? Then make sure you guys subscribe to Dive Studios YouTube channel and put your notifications on, because we got a lot more great content coming your way. Look at this video. See? Wow. Wow. And this is great, too. Enjoy.